Hello, welcome to episode 2. My name is Martin and this is StratChat, and we are playing our third episode of No One Ever Plays Finland. So let's get into it and let's see what's going on. So our leader, Duke Milus, is doing a good job of early expansion. I think that I'm very close to being able to form the kingdom, in actual fact. Indeed, all we would need is one more county, and we've already got enough money. Now, I was thinking of actually going to university this episode, but it kind of feels... Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to university. So, what I'm very conscious of is I don't really want to be in the learning lifestyle tree indefinitely. But when I leave it, I'm going to lose this +3, which is going to almost certainly put me down to just 3 holdings. If I become a king, that'll get me up to 5. So what I want to do is I want to improve my stewardship so that when I lose that 3, I will stay on 5 essentially. So that's the plan really. I'm not too concerned about a sudden unexpected death. Obviously, that's not the plan. I don't want that to happen. But I have one son who will inherit everything. So at the moment, I'm fairly safe. He's my insurance policy. If something happens to him or another son is born, then I need to start thinking much more carefully about things. So let's see if we can set ourselves the activity of going to university. I've got lots of money, so this should be able to work. Right, we're just going to go to Uppland. It all looks a little bit dangerous. I think I'm going to find myself a caravan master. Yeah, this one seems good enough. Okay, so we'll have him as a caravan master. That's made the journey look a little bit safer. But the journey is not completely safe, so I think what we need to do is just avoid... These are planes. There's nothing we can do about planes. There's actually one thing we can do. Hire mercenary guard. Oh, that makes it a lot safer. But I think we will also customise the route. So between Olivinia and Uppland... Okay, it likes that. So I'm going overland. I'm avoiding this and these 2 dangerous places. And then on the way back, we'll do the same thing. It's got a degree of danger... Oh, that's coming from the... Okay, so what we probably need to do is this. Okay, now it's reasonably safe. Can I even afford to drop those? Yeah, I think it's nice to have a little bit of danger en route. Now, what I'm interested in... I want to study hard. That's good. Let's get a forest guide, and now it should be a really quite a safe trip. I'm not... Okay, this makes it much cheaper. I quite like the idea of bumping it right up. I mean, it uses up a lot of my money, but I'll be gone for some time. I think I'll be gone for 6 months. 6 months, it says over here. In that time, some of my money will come back, and I can always go raiding. Okay, right, we're off. So we're going to do this. What we really want to do is really pick up some benefits from the... in stewardship one way or another. Right, let's see what happens. Entered into a regency. Right, we ought to have a look at the regency. I should have had to see who my regent would be. Right, so this is a selfless person. My wife. Okay, I think that should work out fine. I'm not going to be on that long either. I've become the head of the Finnish culture. Okay, right, let's pause, see what this is. A grotto emerges from the vegetation like a stone arch in a cathedral. On its entry, there's a small wooden table and a stool. Someone has left a lantern burning on it. Careful, my liege. Searcher holds his arm up in front of my chest. There are bandits in these lands. You're quick to make accusations. A dimly illuminated figure stands in the entrance of the cave. I'm merely a hermit, and you must be a high chieftain. Or I can have ignored hermit, which speeds me up. Okay, I've never had a prophecy. So let's have a prophecy. The hermit takes a second before replying. He gets up and waits until I follow. There's some herbs scattered around on what seems to be a rudimentary bed. He turns to me when we're away from my entourage and with an oddly deeper voice replies, "The water shall pass. but you won't. Okay, so I find that stressful, but I do get some piety. I have no idea what that means. The water shall pass, but you won't. I hope this doesn't mean I can't go across the water. Right, what's my wife been up to? Nothing. Right. Gosh, there's lots. I mean, I'm not even at the sea yet. Lots and lots of events. 5 days. It's not too bad. Shuffle the supplies around and I'll ride rough from now on. And I'm only delayed by 2 days. Okay, we'll go for it. 5 days isn't too bad. Am I being raided? Yes. Okay. Control is like 94 there. I really wish I'd spotted this before. We'll put it there. They'll almost certainly succeed in raiding, but at least we'll get the money back. Weird whispers. I've noticed that Ilu avoids me more than usual. He always sits at the opposite end of the table whenever invited to a feast and consistently refuses my company while camping. Ilu is just a random... Oh, he's quite good on the old military, but he's he's a poet. Okay. We may not have the best of relationships, but that attitude is starting to tire me, especially when I overhear him defaming me. Milos is a worthless churl. I'd be a way better high chieftain than him. Okay, he's got to suffer a little bit for that, hasn't it? Okay, so you want to know how? I'll show you. Okay, prowess challenge. Oh. You win the fight, 60%, 39% he wins the fight. I don't get beaten by Ilu. Okay, let's set my caravan master searcher onto him. Excellent. Journeying through Linma, I pass a peculiar-looking tent splayed open with yet more peculiar-looking occupant inside. Kaliva. Come in, O mighty High Chieftain. I can tell you many miles to go, and I can offer you a reading of your future travels for a modest price. The strange man has piqued the interest of my entourage, but am I willing to pay for a reading? Well, this will lose me some stress. I can't even remember if I am stressed. A little bit. Well, 50% I lose stress and get a good omen. 50% I gain stress. It's not the end of the world, though, is it? Or I can get him to join my court. Oh, yeah. Right, he's not actually better than the one I've... He is better than the one I've got. Okay, come with me. Join my court. He's a content knave. 21 learning. Wise man trait. Yeah, he's going to be useful. Okay, let's actually see if I can even swap out. Yeah, it's gone from 1.6 to 1.8. That's excellent news. Okay. I've won this battle, made some money, unfortunately. Yeah, it's been raided. Yeah, I wish I'd spotted that a little bit quicker. Right, let's go through the old university thing then. Time to get started. Finally here, walking the hallowed halls of Sigtuna, revered seat of knowledge of the Asatru world. I have so much to learn from the holy men and women who gather between these venerable walls. Visited the time. I've got 200 learning lifestyle experience, which is going to be useful later on. Right, let's have a look. Time to get started. My studies in Sigtuna proceed well, but I can't help feeling a bit isolated from the community that surrounds me. I'm a stranger in a strange land, and the language of these lands, Norse, as spoken by the locals in the taverns and markets of the city, is exotic and mysterious to me, even among my fellow students and the teachers. Many were born and raised here, and being able to share knowledge more directly with them would certainly improve the quality of my studies. Right, so let's see. I want to do anything to improve my studies. University visit studies becomes slightly more successful, loses me some stress. This is when I don't get distracted. Or I can go for this. University study becomes much more successful, and I learn Norse. Not impossible that I'll end up ruling Norse people. So let's go for this. Look how that jumped up. That's really, really good. Does mean I'm stressed. I do look for an opportunity to unstress. Sometimes I feel like the entire world... Okay, so I can go for the drinking. Makes me a drunkard, which lowers stewardship, which is what I've come to improve. I can become irritable, which lowers diplomacy and martial. I think I've got to go for that one, I'm afraid. irritable. The library is empty except for me and Hulwen. So Hulwen is a schemer. 22. I mean, quite an impressive. Certainly better than what I've got. I've been reading the same page in the Arms Preden over and over, but it's of no use. I cannot concentrate. Not when she keeps gently biting the tip of her quill while softly running a finger across her generous rear. She keeps looking me directly in the eyes while I'm doing it. I think we deserve a break, my paragon, she moans softly. Okay, so, must focus. Well, this is difficult because this will make my study much more successful, but will give me a lot of stress. Useless, I need to rest. She loses 20 opinion of me, but I lose a lot of stress. Okay, so this is where I have an affair with her, I lay with her, she'll like me more, and my university visit will become slightly more successful. I think it's worth losing the more to go for slightly more successful is worth it to avoid 32 stress. Okay, I'm already at number 1. You gain lifestyle experience, but a low chance of upgrading my trait. I'd quite like to upgrade my trait, really. Universities and centres of higher education are always bustling hives of socialisation. In these hallowed halls, the students are all peers, all apprentices along the road to knowledge, which is why it can be helpful to make friends and feel part of a community. These, at least, are my first thoughts when Fasti approaches me. You know, I went to university. I never met anyone with a beard like that. Fasti approaches me, the smell of mead on his breath. Join me and my friends, Milos. Prove to us the might of a high chieftain by downing more cups than anyone else. We should consider you one of us. Okay, so I can say no thanks, and then my university visit becomes more successful. I can say maybe. So this is the gamble, isn't it? 47%, almost 50%. I gain university connections for 10 years. My studies become slightly more successful. Right, we're going to go for this one, I think. Our studies become more successful. We're moving our way towards number 2. Number 2, I gain a perk, among other things. Listen to me, Fasti shouts maniacally. If you read between the lines in On, the Judgment of the Stars, it's obvious you just need to combine a stick, a coppery scroll and a candle, all while adhering to the principle of generals of ancient and modern times. Trust me, it'll work. Perhaps it wasn't a good idea for Fasti to study for 36 hours straight. Okay, so I don't have time to look at this nonsense. He will lose 30 opinion of me, and I am in danger of him becoming a rival. I mean, do I mind? He's no one to me. Or this becomes slightly more successful. I think we're going to go for more successful. We've got a chance again. He's number 2. Okay, the debate. Teaching at Sigtuna takes place for most part in oral form. The students are encouraged to exercise their rhetorical prowess and to show the progress of their learning in debates in front of their peers and teachers. Now today, Olafur has asked me, and Hewland, so this is Olafur, I presume he's the teacher. He's quite a remarkable character. Okay. I mean, look, yeah, I mean, he would be a really, really good physician, I suspect. But he's also a leper. Okay. Probably best I don't invite him. Today Offer has asked me and Hewland to take up opposing sides on the topic of reason versus faith to discuss it out. Let me begin from the great epics, as everyone knows. So 50% I get a good result, 50% a less good result. But there is 50% chance of much more successful studies. Or this one, Fasti Snafari, becomes my rival, Fasti Snafari. I think we'll go for this one. Oh, we get the bad result. Okay, typical. So it still became slightly more successful. University visit. Yes and no. My in-depth studies in the Ukanushku doctrine at Sigtuna have confronted me with so many new questions, not all of which seem to have clear-cut answers, some even to have contradictory explanations. Is faith supposed to be completed by reason or not? Does faith only deal with the unseen or not, etc.? Yes or no? There must be meaning in the contradictions. So there's 0% chance of the best result here. 82% you're just more confused by before your university visit. Studies become slightly more successful and I become more stressed. So there's a 17% chance of a not too bad Zero chance of the massively more successful. That's a shame. That's the learning challenge. And of course my learning isn't particularly high. 8. Okay. Or my head hurts and I lose a lot of stress. I'm just going to go for my head hurts. I feel a bit bad. I went there for knowledge and I'm not going to get to level. I think I might be at number 2. I think I'm at number 2. I mean, do we want to work our way up towards... I don't think I need divided attention, so let's go a little bit more vassal tax. I'm sure that'd be useful. Oh, it's a nice colour. Building construction time down 10%. Monthly stewardship lifestyle experience plus 5%. That's helping me a lot. Right, and I'm on my way home. Already on 106, that's not too bad. See what happens to us en route. Right, my son has come of age. He is a level 4 Grey Eminence, level 4 chap. Right, so that's very, very good news. Right, let's see if we can find him somebody to marry with some good traits. Looking for inheritable traits. I mean, she would be a cracking wife, wouldn't she? She's a little bit old for him. I mean, I should look to see if there's anyone else, but I'm very inclined. Give it. I mean, straight away got a genius wife with extraordinarily good stewardship. That's the only other genius. I mean, there are lots of other traits here, but we go straight for her. Good chance, reasonable, normal chance of children. Okay, so I can charge him 15. I'm quite tempted to do that. And I get a hook on him. Kaleva to vest. I mean, why would I want to? He's got no money. He's got no particular skills. Join my court. I'm going to leave him to his fate. Okay, well, for 15 gold, we'll help him out. Arrival. Okay, right, I can go back inside. Okay, super. Regency has ended. Okay, I guess the thing I should be doing now is working on the becoming a king. So I need another county, and I think the place to go is here, isn't it? I mean, this lady here, she's got 1,244 troops, 200 of which are professionals. She does have special soldiers, though. So she essentially has 800 good quality troops. So I've still got more. But it kind of almost feels rude not to just bump them up a little bit while we're here. Right, we should probably be doing extort subjects. Well, let's see how much money we get from extorting our subjects, because it might help us get up to there. 75, that's quite a lot. Right, I can have 100. Act of tyranny causing subjects to lose 10 opinion of you. Or chieftain, if one person loses 40 opinion of me. I mean, he doesn't like me anyway, does he? Okay, let's just annoy him instead of everybody, because I'll soon be at 250 that I think I need. Okay, just wait to the end of the month. Let's go and get this war done. Yep. Kakis army. It's going to cost us 50 piety. Off we go. Okay, I'm a little bit concerned. Okay, no, we're good. We're absolutely good. Okay, be nice to catch. Ooh. Okay, I think what we need to do is raise all. Okay, so this should be a nice victory. We'll catch them now. They can't escape from this. And then we can disband the levies, having won the victory. Right, how big a victory was it? Okay, I think what I'm going to actually do, for the sake of security, is I'm going to keep them hanging around. Child of my destiny, this is my granddaughter. So, my player heir and his genius wife have produced an ordinary, non-genius child. Okay. Why have I now got a 26? Oh, hang on. Okay, this chieftain Ilala, who actually doesn't like me. Okay, I perhaps made a mistake not being very nice to him. Okay, so he can't be a marshal, but he can be a commander. And I think that was another. It's a big victory. Okay, so we're fine with prestige. It's going down because we've got so many troops raised, but we've needed to fight this army. And they've got 40 soldiers. Okay, let's actually disband some of the levies. Unexpected reunions, my lord. My heart would not know rest until I found you again. It's Hewlin. Surely you remember me, my sweetheart. I cannot believe my eyes. The beautiful woman I stumbled upon outside my stronghold many months ago has shown up at court. Right, so I really want her as my spy master. Okay, you're welcome. Now I will find this stressful, or I can get rid of a lot of stress. Let's have her. Okay, split off a new army. Right, send all the levies away. And let's put her in the spy master position. Okay, can we disband these? Yes. Okay, invitation to Chief Ingvar's grand wedding. Good way of losing stress. Let's go. Cost 18 gold. And we are going to be going through plains. Oh, look at this. Perfect. Really, really good caravan master. Don't need captains. A forest guide is useful here. Mercenary guards. Okay, safe journey. Let's go. Okay, so he's not a man I sound particularly keen on, but we're going. And of course, I remember Ingvar when I played as Rurik. Right, okay, we've won. Okay, super duper. Okay, so first off is that we're going to lose prisoners. So let's see if we can sell these prisoners first. Ransom. I've seen the world and beheld its many wonders in my travels, but never have I beheld such beauties as the ones I've seen in Ljubljana. Truly Russian women are a cut above all the rest. One particularly fascinating specimen taken my eyes as of late, Euphemia. A pretty little treasure, far too pleasing to the eye. So she is, I mean, impressive learning. She might be quite a good sort of teacher or something. Alright, let's take her. Slightly dubious about this, if I'm honest. Okay. So I've won the war. I've almost got enough money to form the kingdom, but I need to give something away. No, I don't, because if I'm about to become a king, I don't need to give anything away. There we are. Let's see what happens at the wedding. Oh, let's demand payment. Okay. Right, we only need two more gold. Let's just check that it's not two. It is 225, isn't it? 250, isn't it? Finland, form for 250. Yes, I need 2 more gold. So basically, in a month's time, I can become a king. I look around myself in excitement. Everywhere I lay my eyes on, there are meaningless guests. There are mingling guests. Flowers on every surface, buzzing servants with loaded dishes, and a very proud host, Chieftain Ingvar, checking on the final details. The nervous but excited spouses, Chieftain Ingvar and Ahar, standing at the ready. The ceremony is about to begin. I've just lost a huge amount of... Oh, I lose a huge amount of stress with this one. Guests are gathered, ceremony is about to start. Everything seems in order when something out of the ordinary happens right in front of my eyes. A flock of birds on our left takes flight abruptly when Ihar appears and flies straight over her head to her right. Igor, who's been seen the whole scene going down like me, catches my eye and comments, "That was surprising, wasn't it?" What an auspicious sign. So I lose a lot of stress, which is really good news. Right, let's form the kingdom. It's going to give me a nice bit of prestige and make me a king. Let them see their new king. So I think these are dire. Nice dull court. Stick our banner up. We're absolutely zero money, but we're making money. It's going up. Let's finish this wedding. I'm now a king. Just got an extra 50 in gold. Fantastic. Right, so we're tribal. We're obviously going to want to build up our grandeur a little bit. With the babe Cradled in her arms, Queen Lemiki's gaze meets mine, her eyes full of loving devotion. I've got another son. My love, let us name him Miolus after you. Okay, so he is uninspired, but this will make her like me more. Let's go with that. We need to sort the succession out when we get back now. The ceremony has finally reached its climax. The traditional rituals have been completed. All that's left is the final vows, the formal consent, the seal on the marriage. As both Chieftain Ingvar and Chieftess Ahar say, I do, the crowd starts cheering. We all stand witness to the beginning of their life together. Exciting. The formal part of the wedding, the ceremony, is finally behind us. Everyone is smiling in anticipation of a gargantuan meal. Exciting entertainment. General revelry that we are about to be offered. Let's tuck in. Now, this should be fun. Every wedding banquet is host to a frankly interminable number of speeches, some long, some short. As my turn nears and I'm left wondering, should I consider the happy couple or focus on the festivities? After all, it's easy for double meanings to get lost in a sea of words. So I can praise the couple, and then Chieftain Ingvar and Chieftess Ahar will like me more. Or I can praise the party. So I'm going to gain 75 prestige. They won't like me quite so much, but I'll get some prestige. And to be honest, they're a long way away. I don't know that I really care about what they think of me. Or I can do something perfunctory, which will lose me stress. I'm meant to be king. You've got to be a little bit stressed, haven't you? Let's go for the 75 prestige. Though not the absolute grandest affair, the evening's entertainments are still an exciting array of actors, acrobats, etc. Sviatpolk and Igor share their opinions on the display. I'm glad there's not too many performers, wrinkles Sviatpolk. Troublesome types generally. Honestly, I'd hope for a little more, Igor complains. I find this type of people fascinating. So do I sort of get in with Igor or the guy with the difficult name? Just lose some stress. Every feast, there's always one. Every single feast. One long-winded, ill-pawned peasant cornering people who just will not be silent. This time it's Igor. He's deeply confusing. His words clearly makes sense to him, but they sound almost entirely unconnected to me. It's been half an hour trying to figure out what my part in this conversation is. I am going to scream. So I can gently get up and go, and I could gain, it's interesting, a lifestyle diplomacy perk. Do some stress and gain snooty, which is a benefit, which is a good thing. On the whole. Well, I could say it's very interesting. I gain approachable for 15 years. Mostly people will like me more. I can just grin and bear it. Igor will like me. I get a weak hook on Igor. Okay, no, there's a 1 in 3 chance of a diplomacy lifestyle perk. We're going for that. Okay, didn't get it, never mind. The banquet hall's trimmings are beautiful, a medley of murals and rare flowers, even if they're not strictly the most expensive available. Near my seat, both Chieftain Nuyanza and Chieftess Kylie share their opinions on the decorations. Aha, wonderful chortles, Nuyanza, enough frippery to make it special, not enough to outshine the happy couple. I suppose it's to a fairly high standard, Kylie sniffs. I had just expected a little more. Okay, so basically I can become close to forming a friendship. I mean, I don't want to be friends with these people. I don't want to be friends. Just don't get involved. Okay, stress goes down. Should be doing quite well on the old stress front. This is kind of why I came, was to get rid of the stress. We could all tell Chieftain Ingvar had too much to drink, even though he insisted on showing us how sober he was. Simply rising from his seat proved too much for him, and now I'm covered in stinking vomit. Ha! What a show you put on. So I gain stress, spend prestige, but Chieftain Ingvar likes me more. Or I get a higher standard of courtesy, which gives me a monthly prestige. And Chieftain Ingvar spends it. Right, Chieftain Ingvar can spend it. I don't want to spend it. Is there anything more jovial than a good feast? Guests throng to and fro, eating and chatting, while flickering torchlight plays off every wall light, bouncing like laughter around the hall. A solid banquet is one of the few environments where you rarely have to wait for anything. Want food? It's there. You need a drink? They'll pour one for you. Fancy a chat? Good company is everywhere. Bliss. Sometimes it's nice to simply sit back and enjoy the little things in life. This is where I want to be. Now, this will lose me a lot of stress, but I don't think I'm that stressed now. Good folk to mingle with. Every guest with at least one trait in common with you will like me more. That's good enough. I'd just get some prestige. Prestige always good for a tribal ruler. Feels like I've been eating, drinking, mingling, dancing and singing for days, and soon the celebrations will wind down and the spouses will retire to their private chambers for the consumption of the wedding. For us who remain, though, let's pour another drink and let's toast the spouses. It's time. One after the other, all the guests are leaving. It's time for me to depart. The wedding was a great occasion to mingle with my peers and relax, and I abandon the premises tired and satisfied, sending my best wishes to the spouses for a prosperous and happy union. So I've got a fair bit of prestige altogether. I got rid of all of my stresses, really. Yeah, all of it. Okay, let's head home. Travel, a foreign treat. It's not the first time I catch my concubine, Euphemia, fiddling around with some flowers that she's been picking along the road. I swear I even hear him sighing, overlooking Lubian's holding. My liege, she says, it's not a secret that my heart has found a new home far from home. David. So let's... Why does she like David? Oh my word, though. It's a different religion, but what a good... Right, see if I can get him to join us as well. Right, what's this? 39% convince her to stay. Okay, no, let's get them both. Let's recruit him, and then, I mean, later on, when we get back, we need to have a little bit of a look at some of these posts, like court tutor. I mean, gala. Excellent. I've got a brilliant garden hermit. Oh, right. Do you know what I'm going to do when I get back? But if I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to do it when I get back. Weird whispers. Okay. I've noticed that Euphemia avoids me more than usual. She always sits at the opposite end. She is my woman. Okay. So she's... Okay. She always sits at the opposite end of the table whenever we're invited to a feast, consistently refuses my company while camping. We may not have the best relationship, but that attitude has started to tire me. Okay. Colic to lightly scold her. This will possibly stress me. Gosh. Fire. Okay. I don't think I even believe in violence like that in a game. So I'm going to lightly scold her. Okay, from the visit of the capital kingdom of Finland, I've gained some martial lifestyle experience. At long last, I'm finally home. Excellent. Okay, so have I got a better physician? I mean, they're the same, so I'm quite happy to keep her as that. Caravan master is good. I've got a wet nurse. Have I got a better wet nurse? Yes. Gala would be a better wet nurse. Court tutor. Improves education outcomes. It unlocks the have child study language interaction. Okay, garden hermit. We've got to have this chap as a garden hermit, haven't we? I don't see why we wouldn't do that. So my son would actually be an excellent court musician. Perhaps I ought to make him my... I need to get him some land, don't I? I think we'll have Hermo as a court tutor. Okay, this is going to be eating into our money a little bit, so probably best that we don't do any more at the moment. Right, there's lots of things I need to do now. I'm a king. I need to hold court, which I'll do. First thing I'll do when I come back, and the other thing is I need to think about which duchies I actually want to control, which county I want to be my capital, and I've already got an idea for this. I like Tavast. I mean, Tavast is not amazing. It's only got 3 baronies. But if I build that up, development-wise, It's adjacent to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other counties. That would be a really good way of spreading that culture out. That development out. I need to think about this. I don't know that. I doubt Banus is what I want to be working on. But we're all of the same culture. All of the same religion. All right. Okay. So we're going to think about kingly strategy. Next time, we're going to really think about what we're going to do with this kingdom that we have. Of course, we've got to complete the conquest of it. But of course, we can now offer vassalage. I mean, she won't accept at the moment, but it's not a million miles away, so that's a possibility. What about this chap up here? Would he accept vassalage? Not very far away. So I think that's what we're going to be doing, isn't it? We're going to be vassalising the rest of the kingdom. Oh, hang on. About this bit over here. Okay, we're a little way off with this chat. But I don't think it's... I think basically we'll vassalise the rest of the kingdom, and we'll think about which... Because what I think I want to do is I want to have 2 duchies for myself, and I want to have 1 for my son. I want to be able to give a whole duchy to my son, plus 2 or 3 kingdoms. The player heir son, I need to work out what's happening with succession, because at the moment we're losing a title. The High Chieftain of Finland. So yeah, we're losing 1 duchy title. So we need to stop that from happening. Right, we're going to stop there, and we will be back on Wednesday. If you're around at 7 o'clock this evening, if you're watching this on as it's published, then I will then come along to Twitch, StratChatlive, and we'll see you there and carry on with the other game that we're playing. Hope everybody's well. See you on Wednesday. Bye bye.